Okay, well, good morning, everyone. Today we are going to bake a cake with just a couple of ingredients. I usually do not use a cake mix when I am baking, but I thought I would try something a little bit different today. So, start out. We've got our Tupperware mixing bowl. Again, nice easy grip handle. And one thing I did forget was the spatula. So I'm going to have to grab one here. I'm going to grab one of my Tupperware spatulas. So usually with the cake mix, it always tells you to add water, oil, eggs. We're not going to do that today. I am going to take a simple box of, what kind are we making today? Oh, devil's food cake. Perfect. And we're just going to dump that in our bowl. Like I said, never done this before. So this is going to be real interesting. Putting that in our bowl, and I am going to use a cup and a half using my Tupperware measuring pitcher. This is the 2 cup, and in here I have ginger ale. They say that you can use any kind of soda like cherry Coke or Sprite or a cream soda, kind of added an additional flavor, but I'm going to use ginger ale. I like ginger ale, so I'm going to add that to my cake mix here, and it causes a chemical reaction here. It's the leavening agents in the mix. It kind of works with that, and we're going to stir that up really, really well. There we go. Stir, stir, stir. Stir, stir, stir. Make sure I get all of it. Nice thing about the spatula, it really gets around the edges really nicely. So again, you can see how I'm able to hold on to my bowl there, even lift it up with this side handle. And I wanted to do something a little bit different. I just don't want plain mix. Hope this turns out. But I've got a cup of walnuts here, but I don't want to add them in there when they're really chunky. So I'm going to use my supersonic Tupperware chopper compact. And inside here, you have your little blades. It just fits in there. And anybody interested in the little supersonic, you can find it on my Tupperware website. You would hit shop, and then right now, you could type in the search engine just the supersonic chopper, and it should pop right up. And I'm going to add these nuts into here. Oh, I popped one in my hole there. Okay, and then you just got to line this up right here. Put that on. Then it's got a pull string, and okay, and that easy. Take it off, and it is finely chopped. And I'm going to add that into my mix here. And so, yeah, anybody that's interested in that, they can find that on my website. And I'm just going to mix that in. Really good. So nice, finely chopped walnuts. So you're not biting into any big chunky pieces in your cake. So I'm going to take that, and I'm going to get my Tupperware silicone round pan. This one I'm using is a large right now. If you hit shop on my website and under specials, current specials, I believe we have the 2-piece. It's the regular size, smaller, round silicone pans on sale right now. So that's where you can find them. But this is a larger one that I have had. So because I do have the larger one, I'm going to put the entire cake mix in my large pan. I've already coated my pan. You can use a nonstick spray. You can take a little bit of butter and coat your pan, whichever way you like. I've already preheated my oven to 350 degrees. You're going to bake this just like you would according to the instructions on the box that comes with your cake mix. So this one, with the size cake pan I've got going on here, let me spread that real nice and even in there. Let's see, it says we're not doing cupcakes. So we're going to do this for about 35-40 minutes. So I put the silicone on my cookie sheet, makes it for easily handling because, you know, the silicone is kind of wobbly. So I'm going to put that in and check back in just a minute. Okay, here we are 35 minutes later and we are back, and look at this. The recipe worked. What a simple way. And I put this out on my Tupperware cake taker. But what I did is I put the bottom of this over the top, oh, excuse me, in my silicone pan, and I just flipped it over. And just came out super clean. Super, super clean. And it's still a little steamy. I let it cool. It's not completely cool. And I wanted it that way. I do have some frosting here, some fudgy frosting that I just wanted to put on just a tiny bit. I'm not going to frost the entire thing. I kind of wanted the frosting to melt just a little bit and smooth it on there. We'll get that. Just a thin little glaze is all I want on the top of this. Just a thin glaze, nothing major. And it doesn't need to even cover the whole thing, but like I said, it's still warm. So it's kind of melting just a little bit as it's going on. And what I'm going to do with this one, and yes, I usually make my own frostings, but we'll do that another day. There's some other things I want to show you today. Over here, oh, I have some, everybody's familiar with these little butter cookies. And I'm just going to take me a couple of these. And I'm going to get out our supersonic chopper again. And just going to break them in two. Just press down and break them just a little bit. Drop them in there. And once again, I'm going to do that real quick. And again, super, super fine. And again, the supersonic chopper on my website, you can type the name in the search engine, or once you hit shop on the sidebar that comes up, you can click on kitchen, and then the product, you can click on chopping, and this little baby will come right up there. But here it is, and what I'm going to do with that is I am going to take this and I am going to sprinkle, and these are just 2 little cookies. You get all these little sprinkles all over the top for a yummy, just buttery topping. Oh, and this would be really good on like ice cream or, oh, or even a hot chocolate. And, or you can take, right now you can get the little teeny tiny peppermint candy canes. break those up, put them in here, chop them up. It'll chop them up like super, super fine and almost like a powder. And you could put that on popcorn or again in your coffee or like a cafe mocha. Have a little peppermint flavor. And again with hot chocolate or even on a cake. And oh, and folks, if you're gardeners and you collect your own fresh herbs, this is a great way to chop up your herbs fresh. Or if you dry them, you can chop those up. It'll chop them up just powder fine. And if you make your own capsules for medicinal use, really easy to fill those capsules when you have them chopped up really fine like a powder. And this little supersonic chopper does a wonderful job of that. So, and we've got it in our cake taker. And this is the cover to our cake taker. We've got the little sides here. And we fit those down. They snap down in place. So you're ready to take your cake on the go or just leave it out on your counter to enjoy later. So there you have it. So be sure I'll put the link to my website in the description below, and I will also pin it in the comments. So until next time, we will see you then. Bye.